We start at 6 with a weather impact alert. This is a live look at some of our sky cameras where the blue skies that we saw today have given way to dark storm clouds and rain. We're already seeing lightning strikes in the valley and watching out for heavy rain and hail.
And take a look at this time lapse from our Rose City Skycam. You can see how the weather started changing this afternoon. The storm clouds rolling in after we set a record high temperature for the month of March. Thank you for joining us here at 6. I'm Christine Pittawanit.
And I'm Stephanie Domerat. We do have team coverage for you tonight on this severe weather we're following. Our crews are spread out across the metro area.
But first, we start things off with meteorologist Rod Hill. Rod, good to have you here tonight monitoring all these storms.
Nice to be here. Thank you. Good evening to you at home. 82, by the way, at 2:01 this afternoon. Now the warmest temperature record for the entire month of March ever recorded at PDX site specific. Those records go back to the early 1940s. Here's the headline of the hour. From Eugene and actually all the way up into Seattle, a severe thunderstorm watch issued. This does not include the coast where there have been lightning strikes. Remember, this is for the potential of severe storms. I just read the latest discussion the National Weather Service office put out locally saying they will leave that storm watch up until 9 p.m. this evening. We have the KGW weather impact alert up all the way until midnight. I still feel there could be at least some noticeable thunderstorms and potential hail that late into the evening. So wind, we've seen gusty winds up in Clark County so far as high as 45 miles per hour, where we have seen the most lightning so far. There could be stronger winds than that, though, with some of these storms. There could be 1-inch hail or larger with some of these storms. Some of them have produced some hail, according to radar returns. Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover. Here's a look at what the radar is doing right now. You see the moisture moving from south to north up across the area. For the time being, nearly all of the lightning strikes are north of Portland. There are some heavier rain pockets down to our south. There's some storms coming out of Polk County, moving up toward Yamhill County, some heavier showers on the east side of Salem. And there's another fairly new thunderstorm strike up in the Battleground area. Again, at this hour, severe thunderstorm watch up until 9 p.m. this evening. There is reason to believe that instead of getting just a great big event rolling through Portland, we might continue to see what we have been seeing, and that is more of a scattered thunderstorm pattern. But the risk is there. The lightning continues to be detected. Your complete forecast coming up in just a bit.
And this will continue for several hours. So thanks, Rod. We'll check in with you again in just a little bit. But first, let's get over to Catherine Cook. She is a little south of town, joining us now in Drive 8. Catherine, how are things looking where you are?
Right now, Stephanie, pretty calm. We've been monitoring the weather out by Woodburn. Right now, we're heading back north on I-5, close to Wilsonville. And really, it's just kind of an average spring day right now. Let me switch the camera so you can have a look for yourself. You can see blue skies and clouds as well overhead. Currently, we're getting a break in the rain, although we were getting hammered pretty good about a half an hour ago. Still no hail out here in our area, but we did see a pretty gorgeous rainbow. We were having a good laugh about that earlier online. You really just don't know what you're going to get when you chase these storms. Certainly, we've been hearing reports from this area over the last couple months of golf ball sized hail. So when we get those reports, we certainly want to make sure we find out exactly where that's going to happen. Today, it sounds like it was not going to be the Woodburn area. And for folks out here, I'm sure they're breathing a sigh of relief, because truly that could be very damaging to vehicles and homes. But again, if you just take a look for yourself, it's just an average afternoon here. Currently having a break with some sun, blue skies, no rain, no hail. So definitely the storm sounds like it's going to be, from what Rod has shared, up closer to the Clark County area. And again, folks down here breathing a sigh of relief. Back to you.
Appreciate you giving us a rundown on what you're seeing where you are. Thank you, Catherine. Alma McCarty is also checking out conditions on the roads tonight. She is live now on I-205 headed toward Clark County. Alma, what are you seeing?
Hey, Christine and Steph. We are seeing, a lot of what Catherine was talking about. Maybe not those blue skies, but things are pretty calm out here, just stuck in rush hour traffic at this point. Here are things on 205. Are headed north. We are trying to Clark County, where we understand from Rod that is where a lot of the action from this storm was happening. But in terms of here in Portland, in northeast Portland, we've seen some wind gusts, we've seen some drizzle, but we've definitely dodged the worst out here. The temperature, of course, has dropped, and things are, as you can see, looking kind of gloomy. This is not anything that Portlanders aren't used to. We have still a look at some of the more severe storms and those pockets of thunderstorms that I was talking about. So we sure to check back in with you once we have a better idea of how conditions look to the north. Christine, Stephanie, back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Alma. And as we keep an eye on the stormy weather in our area, it's really important to be ready for whatever comes our way.
Yeah, that potential for large hail and thunderstorms. Our Daisy Caballero joins us now with how some people are preparing. Hey, Daisy.
Hey, guys. Yeah, good evening. Yeah, while not everyone will see these severe storms throughout this evening, the strongest storms will have the potential to produce large and damaging hail ranging from a size of a quarter to a golf ball size. And people are already preparing. We've gotten a bunch of photos sent to us in the last few hours of people covering their cars. And in West Salem covered her car and tried to squeeze it into her garage. Larry out in Jefferson said just in case. And Stacy in Milwaukee said they used outdoor cushions and tarps. I'm loving the creativity here. And here are some more tips to keep in mind if you're home or driving on the road through a severe hailstorm. If you're home, stay indoors and move to a safe location. You should close your blinds and drapes to prevent broken glass from getting into your home. So overall, stay away from any windows and skylights for the chance that large hail breaks through and shatters. Now, if you're driving, pull over and stay in your car. It's also a good idea to find the nearest covered location and move away from your window as well. Now, are you seeing any weather in your area just yet? Send us any photos and or videos and we'll of course feature them in our shows tonight. You can go ahead and send those to this number on your screen. That's 503-226-5088. Again, 503-226-5088. Back to you guys.
Yeah, whether it's this storm or maybe another storm, still all good information to know. Thank you, Daisy. We'll continue to monitor the weather impact alert throughout the evening on air, the KGW Plus TV app, as well as our KGW website. And remember to download the KGW mobile app where you can check out interactive live radar and also get weather alerts sent right to your phone.
A Portland family is holding on to hope today after a 16-year-old boy was shot over the weekend. Elliot Beck, a Roosevelt High School student, remains in critical condition.
Right now, a close friend is speaking out, calling for both healing and accountability. Celine Stevens spoke with them today.
All I know is he went out with some friends and it ended up in a shooting.
Elliot Beck, a 16-year-old from Portland, is now in the hospital fighting for his life after being shot in the head early Sunday morning.
The kids fled. We don't know anything about the identity of the person. I don't know who that person is. And then he was taken by ambulance to the hospital.
Lucinda Bowman is a close family friend of the Beck family. Her kids and Elliot were Boy Scouts together. Elliot, a student at Roosevelt High School, a basketball player, and someone Bowman says is a great kid.
I saw him a week ago and he still at age 16 gave me a giant bear hug. You know, he's like not like a normal teenager. He's just so sweet.
The Portland Police Bureau says officers were dispatched to a shooting around 3:30 a.m. Sunday near Cathedral Park on North Pittsburgh Avenue. There, they found him lying near a vehicle with life-threatening injuries. Now, his loved ones are waiting to see when he'll wake up.
Because he has a gunshot wound to the head, he's been on paralytics, which make you basically paralyzed so you don't move. They're reducing those paralytics so that he will come out of this medically induced coma. So he is an amazing, resilient kid. He has got a teenage brain that, you know, is going to survive. We are very confident.
Elliot has a twin sister and a younger brother, and with his parents out of work, the family is raising money through a GoFundMe. This shooting comes less than a week after another shooting in southeast Portland that killed a 17-year-old.
Definitely the family is, you know, anti-gun violence. Mom would like to join a group of other moms against violence and guns, and also accountability for parents. The parents, obviously, someone had the gun. It's usually not a 15-year-old, doesn't just get it from anywhere.
In North Portland, Celine Stevens, KGW News.
Now let's get you caught up on some of tonight's other headlines. A Portland man will be spending life in prison for shooting and killing his partner. Erica Evans was killed back in 2022, and her body was found at Wallace Park in Northwest Portland. This is video of the memorial that her friends created in the park where she died. 40-year-old Jake Phillips was convicted in her death, and a judge sentenced him to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 25 years.
Well, take a look at this picture. Salem police say this man sexually assaulted 3 kids and believe there could be more victims. U.S. Marshals arrested 19-year-old Damian Ariano in California, and he is now in the Marion County Jail. Investigators say he sexually abused 3 girls, 2 12-year-olds and a 17-year-old. A grand jury indicted him last month on multiple felonies.
Oregon lawmakers are debating how much money to invest in education. The Joint Ways and Means Committee on Education held a hearing today on Senate Bill 5515. It essentially provides a framework on how much money will be spent on education over the next 2 years. The total budget is over $11 billion, but advocates are asking for $50 million more.
If the current bill goes through, we will see kids attending school without Braille, kids losing access to amplification who are deaf or hard of hearing, kids losing access to critical equipment that they need.
The education budget will be finalized in May when the revenue forecast is released.